Coach, great to see you, and we got to relive some of the 2024 moments with you there in that video. Before we turn the page, what was your favorite part about 24?
Just being able to watch those dudes graduate. Yeah. Honestly, a moment that I grew up as a football coach was when Pitt was whipping our butt, and our quarterback then had the best day, and I was able to go look him in his eyes and tell him I love him and say sometime they get us. And that was like when I knew I was ready for the job. Like before all that, it's just kind of moving and going, but it was then it was like, hey, this kid needs me. I know he could play, and I know our team gonna need to keep moving on, so you got to man up and be a leader. So like that was probably my favorite moment. It was in defeat to Pitt that I grew up as a football coach.
What I learned about you pretty quick, Coach, is you're a humble man. You're willing to listen to other people, how they do things, places you've been. The different places you've been, the different leaders you've been under. What are some of the things, characteristics you've taken from them and put into your program?
I think I took a little bit from everybody. The detail when it came to, I think, working with Greg Schiano, he was a stiffler when it came to details. Kirby Smart, every day is important. He didn't look forward. He never looked and worried about anything else. Like we was playing UT Martin, and it was like we was about to play in the national championship, right? I think Matt Rule's approach to stay involved, I like to do that. And even when it came to Coach Carey, Rod Carey, I worked with him one season at Temple. I just like how he was like very note-oriented for the staff and had things like set up for all of them. So I owe all those guys. And then Steve Adazio, that was me just learning. He gave me the mindset that I could be a head coach because it was some of the things I watched him do. And that's why I never wanted to be a coordinator. I was like, well, I want to be a head coach. And I'm going to do that.
That's good.
So that was just from everybody. And then watching coaches now, I'm really watching Coach Spencer at Boise. I really like him. I love how he's a man of faith, of family, and he's a winner. Arizona State coach. I think he does the same thing. And just Coach Prime, what he's doing. I mean, there's so many coaches you can watch. I think James Franklin does a good job, but I just try to watch them all. But the number one thing I do, though, Coach, I'm going to be myself.
Right.
Because I see so many people leave from a program as prestigious and as well as Kirby Smart did, and then they try to go there and be Kirby. And I never will be able to be him. I can only be myself.
Right.
But I can implement some of the things he did, the models and things of that nature. But God's blessed me with the ability to love myself. So I'm going to just be myself. And humble confidence is I'm humble enough to know that he's given me this chance and this opportunity and the talent.
Yeah.
But I walk with a little sense of confidence because I'm going to put that work in every day.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure I do that.
Good stuff.
Even like growing pains, anytime you do something for the first time, it's going to be some mistakes that you make and you learn from them. You don't seem like the guy that's going to make the same mistake twice. What's something from last year that you learned from that you like, I'm not going to do that again?
I could be a better listener. I think I could listen more to the younger guys. I think it's becoming a young man's game and not just to the guys that are a lot older, right? For me, I probably got the lowest IQ on the entire staff, right? But I've been able to make good decisions because of listening. And I feel that I need to listen to the young guys more. I feel I need to listen to the players' bodies more as you're watching and seeing them do the work. I'll listen to that a little bit more, and then help us be able to play 16 games, right? Our season changed off of 2 plays, right? And so I don't know what 2 to 3 plays that'll be, but how do I get them to be ready for those 2 to 3 plays, right? We lost to Stanford because of me, right? My inability to pay attention to being off on 4th and 9, and my mind was so many other places because I'm the corners coach, and I'm trying to do this, and I was trying to do so much, and not trusting the people that are on the staff that put just as much work in as you, that are going to hurt just as much as I'm going to hurt, right? And just not having that kid off on 4th and 9 when you had a inside dropper and he was up in press, and I didn't tell him that in the huddle. And he wanted to play as hard as he could, but my inability to be able to truly be the corners coach at that moment and to do that, it cost us the game, and it cost our fan base, and it ultimately cost us the opportunity of competing for a conference championship.
Yeah, great answer, Coach. One thing we love about you is that you are yourself, and that's why we have so much fun talking to you. And now as you head into this next season, you have continuity both at your OC and DC position, and there's always changes going on. How important is that? Like, how does that change your job to have all this continuity that you do have on staff now heading into year 2?
I think it's really important because of the systems, right?
Yeah.
But I think that can get you beat because you feel like y'all know. You know how we do that. Like, nah. We're going to have to break this again and then fix it. They always say if it's not broke, don't fix it and all that. I feel like you should break it all the time and then put it back together. Let's make it better, right? And let's not think just because this happened that way, it'll be different because they're all new players. And I keep telling the coaches and the coordinators are telling the assistant coaches, don't tell me what he can't do. Right, like tell me what he can do, and let's find ways of putting him in that position to his strength while working on his weaknesses.
Yeah.
But don't come to me about what he can't do. Come to me about solutions, right? Give me solutions, not more so problems. And I'm so happy that those guys are back. But sometimes that could also be a negative if you're not willing to go, right? Do we still got the same spark, right? Is it still the same mentality? Am I still applying that pressure daily to everyone? And a lot of times it's like, well, we did this last year. Like, I don't care what we did last year. We all got a 1-year contract, right? And if you don't do it right, you got 6 months. So let's do this the way that it's supposed to be done so we can keep moving. And that's kind of my mindset. It's day-to-day. It's a day-to-day grind. It's just like, DART is our core values, right. But committed, care, and trust means so much. Are we committed? Your actions show me that. Do you care? That's action-based. And what do I trust? What you're doing daily, what your players are doing because of what they see you doing, right? And I happen to be the head of the program, so I got to push the coaches who push the players. That eventually it makes the S look good or bad.
Speaking of staff, do you have a GM? And if you do, what's his role? And if you don't, would you want one?
I do have a GM. His role is to, for me and him to listen to each other.
Yeah.
Right. I recruit my butt off, so he won't just know what they supposed to get or what's going to happen or what. All of that. Well, I don't stay out of that. That's all bullcrap, right? Yeah. How you stay out of that, right? If you want this kid to come in,
you got to recruit.
I make sure that he can recruit. He got to be able to talk. He has to understand. And when things get difficult, come to me. You know, don't just make a decision because you felt so much pressure. Make the right decision for the program. And if it's too tough, hey, we got to get back with you on that. Let us figure that out, right? And that's what we're both able to do because I got to make calls to other people. I still call Muschamp sometimes, right? And ask some different things. I'll still call Coach Smart. It's some of the other coaches that I worked for them. They don't pick up the phone as much now, you know. When it was working for them, it was, oh, yeah, cool. Now they don't want to answer the phone. They don't like competition, right? So they won't answer all the time. But I appreciate those guys. But it's you got to get information, right? It's an information-seeking business. And I think the more that I get to learn from everybody, I know Coach Belichick would know a lot about this because they've had GMs and all. I just think the GM in college is a little different than the GM in
Well, I've seen two different. One, I mean, we were talking at Stanford, and because they have an interim coach for the year, you know, Oliver Luck, the GM.
Luck's doing it all.
He's doing it all.
Hey, listen, he did a good job.
But he wants to continue to do it all, even when the new coach comes in.
He did a good job.
I was like, hell, I can come back and coach for you because you would take care of everything.
He took one of my plays. He took a commit from us. They went down there, met with him. Showed him he was Luck. The kid called me, said, Coach, I said, where you want to go? He was like, Stanford. Well, this is what, hey, man, I'll holler at you later, dog. Good luck. I ain't trying to talk to you. He did a good job. I mean, he like it, and that's great. I would like to have that. I trust our guy to be that good, too, right? Thomas Caparoli, call him Tommy. Coach Cap, he does an amazing job at it. He lift our staff because he's on our staff. We do so much better, but I just think they need help. This isn't like you got to recruit, right? You got to recruit.
Got it.
You've been in the community from day one, right? Your face has been out there. You touch the people, all of that, which I think is great because every head coach isn't like that. But you take pride in that. What do you feel is the most impactful thing you've done since becoming a head coach?
I let the community feel that I'm one of them. Right, I think it's important to be with them, right, to feel like you're one of them. A lot of times, like because of me being a black man from inner city, I want to go back and give to where I'm like, yeah, absolutely. But there's also other kids that aren't black that's going through the same struggle that I went through. So it's just being able to allow all those kids to understand and know that there's hope, right? And where does that first come from? Like, you guys got to get to know it's this man above, right, called God that, like, is always going to be there for you. And then I think they get a lot of hope when they see me. So I always want to be out. I want to be about. I want it to be second nature. I want them to know I'm going to college. When you see me, what college you going to? And I'm going here, hey, you're going to go to school. How you doing in school now? So, like, I can help parent a lot of the kids because a parent may see me, hey, you want me to tell Coach Fran? No, I want to make sure this is happening. So I give a lot of hope and faith to people that success is there. Success is close, right? Especially in Syracuse, right? It's a rough city, right? And when you're when you're off campus, it's rough. Campus is amazing, right? Campus is amazing, but outside of it, they get it in, right? It's real there. So when you're off campus, and that's at any campus, right? But when you're off campus, I give a lot of hope, and I'm down there where I'm around. I'm talking to them, and I do things with them, and they know, like, yo, like, Fran, like, yo, you one of us, thank you. And I think it's appreciative. It's appreciated by the guys that aren't living right completely and all the people that are and that are trying to. And a lot of parents are very thankful for it. And I know I would have been extremely thankful if I would have had a coach constantly coming back to Camden, always around and showing me and let me see that, yo, I got a chance to make it out.
Yeah. I know the community is happy to have you up there now as the head coach of Syracuse. Before we let you go, saw you this morning, and you do this every time we come here, shooting in the gym. You were playing a little basketball this morning. The YMCA is connected to this Hilton here in Charlotte, and I looked over, and there he is in an orange T-shirt getting shots up. And while I was watching, Coach, you did not miss. I just want to note that.
We're going to keep it at that then. I ain't miss.
Yeah,
Is he shooting layups?
Right.
No.
Right.
He was,
They all like little 15, 17 footers, right around, just enough. You got to stay sharp. You know, our basketball team going to be extremely well this year. I want to make sure I shoot just in case I get to a game and then they like, hey, Fran, come take a shot. I got to make sure I'm ready. But I think Coach Red and our women's and men's basketball coach, but our men's basketball coach and them, they did an amazing job. So
there he is.
Gonna have
An orange shirt.
Oh, man.
There he is. Here he goes.
Okay.
We're going to have
He got the handle.
Pull up, Coach. Pull up.
Okay.
It's the little floater you got to work on the floor.
Okay.
Very
All
nice.
right, well, hey, give me. I want to see how your mind thinks. What's your top five? Your starting five in the NBA.
NBA?
All time.
All time.
All time.
Starting five. Who you going with?
Michael Jordan.
Of course.
Okay.
All right.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay.
Yep, center.
LeBron at the 3.
Okay.
Kobe at the point.
Oh,
Man, Kobe not a point.
I got Michael Jordan. And I got LeBron at the 3.
Okay.
I got Shaq inside at my center.
Okay.
And
Power
then
forward.
Power forward.
got to have Rodman in there just to
I ain't going to go with Robin. I'm going to go with Duncan.
Okay.
like it.
I like
I'm
that.
going to have Tim Duncan.
A little ACC action there. We like that.
I'm
We
going to
like
have
that.
Duncan.
Coach Fran Brown, thank you so much. Good luck this season.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all be safe.